Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly tarot card reading, and today I'm using the Sirian Starseed Tarot. So I want to get an overview of what's going to be coming up for us this week, so I'm going to start with the first card, which represents Monday and Tuesday. Okay, we've got Eight of Flames, which would also be known as Eight of Wands, and this tells me that things are going to get off to a really quick start this week. So things are going to be falling into place. Things are going to be unfolding quite quickly. It feels like the word that I want to use is synchronicity. So it feels like there's going to be a lot of synchronous events and things kind of lining up. So if there's anything that you've been wanting to make happen for a while, this could be the time that things really fall into place and get going. Feels like anything that you're trying to manifest or trying to make happen, you're going to make a lot of headway at the beginning of this week. But things are fast. Things are speeding up, and you might notice that as things feeling a little more hectic, or just sort of a feeling of like time being condensed, which can be exciting, but it can also be kind of disorienting in a certain sense, or kind of it can be pleasant or unpleasant, just depending on how you experience that. And then as we move into the week, we've got solar deity or deity, and this card would also be known as the sun. It's interesting. It's got a very similar kind of symbolism to the Eight of Flames. So again, I think we're going to see that things are going to be falling into place and happening rather quickly for us in a really positive way. And that whole energy is going to be carried right through the week. And the sun is, such a positive card. The energy is very warm. But when you think about the sun, like the planet, the sun, and what it does, it is essential for life on this planet, and for food to grow, and plants to grow. When I think about the sun, I also think about absorbing. So how your skin absorbs the rays of the sun, and I feel like most of us are going to be in a very receptive state this week, whether we know it or not, but we're going to be in that receptive state where we're absorbing what's around us. We're going to be absorbing the information and the energy that is around us at this moment. So it's going to be really important to put yourself in an environment and surround yourself by things that you would want to absorb. So positive things, positive people, positive situations. And of course, we can't all control, our environments, or, make it positive, but do what you can. So just be conscious of what you engage in this week. So, what kind of movies you watch, what kind of books you read, what kind of activities you do, and just be aware of your state of mind, and notice how you're absorbing things, because I feel like this week is all about just kind of sucking up information and knowledge like a sponge, and just really absorbing that information that we need to really thrive. And then as we move into the end of the week and the weekend, we've got Two of Orbs. Now this is interesting. This would also be known as Two of Swords, and what I'm getting is that we're going to be asked to make some kind of choice at the end of this week. So things are going along really very positively, very smoothly. Things are falling into place. We're gathering energy, we're gathering knowledge, and all that good stuff. Things are going really good. And then at the end of the week, we're going to be asked to make some kind of decision or choice. And the feeling I get is that we're going to be asked to choose between something that we know, so something that's familiar, and something that might be unfamiliar. And you're going to be tempted to choose what's familiar because you know what you're going to get, what the outcome's going to be, you can plan for it, you know what to expect, it's predictable. But then you're also going to be drawn to the unknown and taking a different, perhaps more exciting, more fulfilling path. The reason I say that is because when I look at these two orbs, is that this one has a design, you can see what's going on, and this one is it's more foggier. You can't really see it as clearly. So I think this is a choice between the known and the unknown. And she's wearing a beautiful purple robe, and what I get from this whole image is that it's time for you to really step into your power and recognize yourself as a source of wisdom. So it can be, it can feel natural for us to want to go outside of ourselves and ask for others' opinions or ask for advice when we're in that place of having to make some kind of choice, whether it's a major choice or decision or a minor choice. I think some of us are going to have big choices, some of us are going to have, little minor choices. But at the end of the day, the fact remains that we're all going to want to reach outside of ourselves and ask, others to help us with this process. And what I'm getting from this card is that is not what you need to do, even though you're used to doing that and that feels normal for you. Almost the whole point of this choice-making process is learning how to tap into your own wisdom and learning how to be sort of your own authority in your life. And I see the purple robe is representing kind of spiritual wisdom and spiritual power. And I feel like that's what this weekend is about, is just honoring yourself as a reliable source of wisdom. Okay, so I'm just going to take a step back and look at all of these cards together. It's funny because the beginning of the week and the middle of the week has a very fiery, red and yellow energy. So for me, this means that there's going to be lots of action, lots of activity, lots of passion and excitement, which is really awesome. But then when you get to the weekend, the energy shifts and it's more of a purple-blue energy, which to me, it talks about, being calm, maybe going within, and it has more of a spiritual energy. It's not so much about action, it's more about inaction and, kind of going into your intuition and going into that calm, intuitive, wise part of yourself. So it's not so much about all the action and the rah of the beginning of the week. But definitely an exciting week, and it's almost like all this hurry and flurry of activity and action and stuff all kind of needs to happen first before we can kind of go within and try to make sense of things and make our choices and make our decisions. So big week ahead, really exciting, really positive, and I just want to wish everyone a beautiful week. And thank you so much for watching. My name is Kate, and you can find out more about me and my readings on dailytarotgirl.com.